Well, howdy there, friends. Today we're embarking on a remarkable journey to catch a glimpse of how the cast members from Blade have changed over the years. We'll be revealing their true identities and ages, and you're in for a real treat as we compare their youthful days on the show to the present year of 2023. So, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Y'all ready for this ride? Let's get this journey rolling. 1. Wesley Snipes as Blade. Endowed with the crafty and extraordinary abilities of a vampire, yet capable of prowling both day and night, Wesley Snipes takes the lead in this adrenaline-pumping thriller as Blade, the immortal vampire hunter, awakened to consciousness and agony prior to birth by the bite of the undead vampire that claimed his mother's life. A young boy matures into a mythical warrior burdened by a blood curse, an almost insatiable craving for blood that he must combat every moment of every day. At 23, Snipes was spotted by an agent while participating in a competition, marking his debut in the 1986 Goldie Hawn film Wildcats. Later that year, he graced the TV screen in Miami Vice as a drug-dealing pimp in the episode Streetwease, first aired December 5, 1986. In 1987, he played Michael Jackson's antagonist in Martin Scorsese's music video Bad and the feature film Streets of Gold. During the same period, Snipes was in consideration for the role of Geordi LaForge in the TV series Star Trek: The Next Generation, ultimately landing with LeVar Burton. Commencing martial arts training at the age of 12, Snipes earned a 5th-degree black belt in Shotokan Karate and a 2nd-degree black belt in Hapkido. Proficient in capoeira under Mestre Gelon Vieira, he delved into various disciplines, including Kung Fu at the USA Shaolin Temple, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and kickboxing, with mentorship from Brooke Ellis in fighting during his time in New York. Snipes, married twice, first to April Snipes, has a son, Jelani, who made a cameo appearance in Snipes' 1990 film Mo Better Blues. In 2003, he married painter Nakyung Nikki Park Snipes, with whom he shares 4 children. Additionally, Snipes has a son residing in British Columbia, Canada. Having been raised Christian, Snipes embraced Islam in 1978 but departed from the faith in 1988. Reflecting on his spiritual journey during a 1991 interview, Snipes expressed that Islam made me more conscious of what African people have accomplished, of my self-worth, and gave me some self-dignity. 2. Stephen Dorff as Deacon Frost. Deacon Frost, a vampire turned by the bite of another, found himself in a subordinate position due to the circumstances of his creation, subject to the rule of the dominant purebloods within the vampire nation. Eager to enhance his status, he accumulated wealth and influence in the human world, rallying new vampires to his cause and deftly navigating the hierarchy of vampire society. Dorff entered the acting scene in the late 1980s, securing minor roles before landing the lead in The Gate 1987, a horror film centered on a boy who, along with a friend, discovers a gateway to hell in his backyard. The film achieved moderate success at the box office. Dorff made guest appearances on TV shows like Different Strokes, Family Ties, Blossom, Roseanne, and Married with Children. In 2010, he starred in the drama Somewhere Alongside Ella Fanning, directed by Sofia Coppola. Reflecting on the role's significance after the loss of his mother, Dorff expressed, "It almost felt like a savior, this movie, because I felt like it helped me. I was real empty inside, so this was an incredible thing that made me smile." Dorff took on the role of porn star Dick Shadow in the sex industry comedy Bucky Larson, Born to be a Star, a film produced by Adam Sandler, who also co-wrote the screenplay. He featured in television and print advertisements for Blue E-Cigs, an electronic cigarette company. Additionally, Dorff starred in The Motel Life alongside Emile Hirsch, Dakota Fanning, and Kristopherson, as well as in the crime drama Officer Down. In 2013, he was a guest of honor at the 6th Off Plus camera event. In 2017, he portrayed the obsessed Texas Ranger Hal Hartman in the prequel to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Leatherface. Dorff took on the role of Detective Roland West in Season 3 of HBO's series True Detective. 3. Kristopherson as Whistler. Abraham Whistler served as a vampire hunter and acted as Blade's guide, having instructed him since he was a young boy. Prior to encountering Blade, Whistler had a spouse and 2 daughters. His awareness of vampires heightened after one invaded his home, resulting in the tragic murder of his family. Since that fateful incident, he dedicated his existence to eradicating as many vampires as possible. Kristopherson, influenced by familial expectations, enlisted in the U.S. Army and obtained the rank of captain, serving as a helicopter pilot after undergoing flight training at Fort Rucker, Alabama. He successfully completed Ranger School and was stationed in West Germany as a member of the 8th Infantry Division during the early 1960s. Resuming his musical pursuits, Kristopherson formed a band. In 1965, following his deployment in Germany, he was tasked with teaching English literature at West Point, but opted to leave the Army to pursue songwriting. In 1961, he wedded his longtime companion, Frances Fran Mavia Beer, eventually parting ways. Kristopherson briefly dated Janis Joplin before her passing in October 1970. His second marriage unfolded with singer Rita Coolidge in 1973, concluding in divorce by 1980. A union with Lisa Myers commenced in 1983. Kristopherson and Lisa Myers possess a residence in Los Flores Canyon, Malibu, California, and also maintain a dwelling in Hana on the island of Maui. Over the past few decades, Kristopherson grappled with several health challenges, undergoing successful coronary bypass surgery in 1999 and later experiencing memory loss. He has fathered 8 children across his 3 marriages, 2 from his initial union with Fran Beer, 1 from his second marriage to Rita, and 5 from his marriage to his third spouse, Lisa Kristopherson. 4. Bush Wright as Karen. Dr. Karen Jensen, a hematologist, encountered a vampire bite and was rescued by Blade. She stood by Blade until she could discover a remedy for herself, achieving success within a span of fewer than 72 hours. Post-aiding Blade in overcoming Deacon Frost, she extended an offer to cure him, which he declined, driven by his desire to persist in his battle against vampires. Nonetheless, she crafted an improved serum for the Daywalker. Within 1 year of enrolling at Stella Adler's studio, Wright found herself in the lead role in Anthony Drazan's Zebrahead, 1992. Earning commendation for her compelling portrayal of the drug-dependent elder sister in Boaz Yakin's Fresh, 1994. The subsequent year featured Wright as an idealistic member of the Black Panther Party in the Hughes brothers film Dead Presidents, 1995. Wright assumed the role of Dr. Karen Jensen in Blade, 1998. In 1992, Wright portrayed the recurring character Claudia, a Black civil rights advocate striving for educational equality, in the esteemed but short-lived NBC TV drama I'll Fly Away. Her guest appearances extended to various television series, including New York Undercover, Homicide: Life on the Street, Chappelle's Show, and Third Watch. Additionally, Wright contributed to a public service announcement for DJ Raw's Hip-Hop Literacy Initiative. Wright pursued education at the Manhattan High School for the Performing Arts. Hailing from Brooklyn, Wright's mother, a psychologist with the New York City Board of Education, passed away in 2009 after over 40 years of marriage to jazz musician Stanley Wright, also known as Suleiman Marim Wright, who tragically lost his life in 2011. 5. Donald Logue as Quinn. Quinn emerges as a boisterous, malicious gangster reveling in the dissemination of disorder and havoc. He engages Blade in multiple confrontations throughout the movie, consistently enduring the loss of one hand, only to have it replaced later. Logue's performance as the lead in The Tao of Steve earned him a special grand jury prize for Best Actor at the 2000 Sundance Film Festival, and attracted the attention of ER producer John Wells, resulting in Logue's appearance in several episodes as Chuck Martin, a nurse who impulsively marries Dr. Susan Lewis in Las Vegas and later becomes a father. Concurrently, Logue took on a prominent role in the critically acclaimed comedy Grounded for Life. In December 2005, Logue secured a pilot development deal for a new situational comedy on ABC television, originally titled I Want to Rob Mick Jagger. Logue frequently commutes between Killarney, County Kerry, Ireland, where his mother resides, and holds both Irish and Canadian citizenship. He maintains residences in Los Angeles and Shady Cove, Oregon, where he co-founded Frisson Logue Hardwood. Logue actively participates in the Hollywood United, an amateur soccer team based in Los Angeles. Possessing a Class A commercial driver's license, Logue is authorized to operate tractor trailers with double or triple trailers, tankers, and hazardous materials. He co-owns a hardwood company named Frisson Logue Hardwood with a partner and a trucking company called Isling Trucking, with two partners, based in Central Point, Oregon, which they established in 2012. Logue was previously married or in a long-term committed relationship with Casey Walker, also known as Casey Smith. They share a son named Finn and a transgender daughter, Jade. On June 27, 2017, Logue posted a tweet reporting Jade's disappearance. He later removed it and initiated a broader public plea for assistance after contacting the police and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. By July 8, over a week later, Jade was located in North Carolina and safely returned home. 6. Udo Kier as Dragonetti. Gaetano Dragonetti emerges as a significant adversary in the 1998 movie Blade. Born as a vampire of pure blood, he served as the head of the secretive council House of Erebus until Deacon Frost seized his position in the climax of the film. In 1966, Kier secured the leading role in the film Road to Saint-Tropez. An initial starring performance in Andy Warhol's Frankenstein, 1973, paved the way for a series of art house, low-budget, and mainstream horror films, including various vampire-themed productions like Die Einsteiger, 1985, Modern Vampires, 1998, Shadow of the Vampire, 2000, Dracula 3000, and Blood Rain, 2005. His notable Hollywood roles encompass appearances as Ron Camp in Ace Ventura, Pet Detective 1994, Curly and Barbed Wire, a NASA psychologist in Armageddon, Lorenzini, the villain in The Adventures of Pinocchio and its 1999 sequel, The New Adventures of Pinocchio, and Ralphie in the film Johnny Mnemonic. In 1992, Kier featured in Madonna's controversial book Sex. Kier has also made extensive contributions as a voice actor, playing roles such as the psychic Yuri and the voice of the Psychor in Command and Conquer, Red Alert 2 and its expansion, Yuri's Revenge. He voiced the Music Master in Justice League, Herbert Ziegler in The Batman, Ivan Bond in Metropia, Professor Pericles in Scooby-Doo, Mystery Incorporated, Mr. Toad in Beware the Batman, Warden in Axe Cop, Head Vampire in Major Lazer, Dylan Beekler's Backpack in Golan the Insatiable, and Dr. Peter Straub in Call of Duty. Why? Kier is openly gay, having candidly shared his homosexuality throughout his life. No one ever inquired about my sexuality. Perhaps it was evident, but it never mattered because the focus was always on the role I portrayed. As long as I delivered a commendable performance, my sexuality was irrelevant. In 1991, he relocated to Palm Springs, California, United States. 7. Arley Jover as Mercury. Mercury, a turned-blood vampire residing in New York City, was romantically involved with Deacon Frost. She served as his henchwoman and shared an affectionate bond with him. She appeared to be friends with Rackwell, dancing with her at the Club Blood. In her early years, Mercury aspired to become a dancer, initiating her dance journey at the age of 8. By 14, she left school, earning a scholarship from the Comité Hispano Norteamericano at 15. This led her to relocate from Spain to New York City to pursue further studies at the School of American Ballet under Martha Graham. After spending 2.5 years in the United States, around 1995-1996, her career transitioned into acting. She made her debut in an episode of the TV show Women, Stories of Passion, and took on roles in international films like Tango and The Ballad of Johnny Jane. Subsequently, she expanded her work in television before marking her first appearance in an American film, Blade, in 1998, portraying Mercury, Deacon Frost's vampire lover. In the subsequent years, she secured various minor roles in films and TV episodes, along with significant parts in productions like Fish in a Barrel and Vampires, Los Muertos. After 18 years in the United States, she relocated to France. Shortly after her arrival, she landed a major role in the film Empire of the Wolves, alongside Jean Reno. Currently, she resides in Paris, France, with her daughter, Shai. Her family remains in Majorca, Spain, and Arley visits them annually during the summer. 8. Tracy Lords as Raquel. Raquel serves as a member in Deacon Frost's gang, which abducts humans and subjects them to slavery. Her designated role involves managing the supply runs for the gang. Residing in New York City, she engages in dancing alongside Mercury at the Club Blood. At the age of 15, Kuzma found herself pregnant by her high school boyfriend. Fearing her mother's potential reaction, she sought assistance from Hayes. He facilitated her abortion without her mother's awareness. In need of employment for financial support, she was introduced to Hayes's acquaintance and commenced working as a babysitter. The woman proposed enhancing Kuzma's job prospects by assisting her in obtaining a counterfeit driver's license. Under the condition that, if caught, she would claim to have stolen the fake identification, the woman provided Kuzma with a new birth certificate. Hence, Kuzma adopted the alias Christy Elizabeth Nussman, and her new driver's license indicated an age of 20 rather than 15 years. In May 2015, Lords participated in an episode of the 4th season of the reality TV series Celebrity Wife Swap, engaging in a life swap with Jackie Harry. Lords co-starred in Jim Wynorski's television horror Sharkansas Women's Prison Massacre 2015 and made her second appearance as Val on the series Eastsiders. In March 2016, Lords played a role in the television thriller Nightmare Nurse 2016, portraying a psychopathic nurse seeking revenge for her deceased husband. Lords lent her voice to several characters in the action-adventure video game Hitman 2016, having previously voiced the character Layla Stockton in Hitman Absolution 2012. 9. Tim Guinee as Curtis Webb. Dr. Curtis Webb, portrayed by Tim Guinee, appears as a secondary character in Blade. A hematologist and Karen Jensen's colleague, he also serves as Karen's former romantic partner. Following the arrival of paramedics with the severely burned Quinn, the mutilated vampire regains consciousness on the examination table and fatally bites Curtis, draining his blood. Guinee gained recognition for his portrayal of Tommen in the TV series Stargate SG-1. In 2005, he took on the role of record producer Sam Phillips in the Golden Globe award-winning miniseries Elvis. Guinee assumes the character Ben Matheson in Revolution. He featured as a regular cast member in AMC's Hell on Wheels, playing the role of railroad entrepreneur Collis Huntington. Hell on Wheels aired on AMC from November 6, 2011 to July 23, 2016. During the production of Hallmark Hall of Fame, Lily Dale, 1996, Guinee crossed paths with his wife Daisy Foote. Foote, the daughter of Horton Foote, a screenwriter who won the Academy Award in 1962 and a Pulitzer Prize, adapted Lily Dale for the film himself. 10. Sanaa Lathan as Vanessa. Vanessa Brooks transformed into a vampire after being sired by Deacon Frost while pregnant. It was believed that Vanessa died during the childbirth of her son Eric, who inherited vampire powers, along with only one of their weaknesses. After completing her education at Yale, where she trained with Earl R. Gister and participated in various Shakespeare plays, Lathan gained acclaim both in off-Broadway productions and on the Los Angeles stage. Acting on her father's advice to establish her professional career in Los Angeles, she secured early television roles in episodes of shows such as In the House, Family Matters, NYPD Blue, and Moesha. In 2013, Lathan reprised her character in the Best Man sequel, The Best Man Holiday. She joined the ensemble cast of the sequel to Now You See Me, titled Now You See Me 2, which achieved success at the box office. Lathan also starred in the science fiction film Approaching the Unknown in 2016. In 2017, she returned to television with a lead role in the series Shots Fired and appeared in the film American Assassin. She was later included in the main cast of The Affair for its 4th and 5th seasons and took on a role in the Netflix film Nappily Ever After. In January 2021, it was revealed that she had been chosen for the cast of Season 3 of Succession as Lisa Arthur, a prominent and well-connected New York lawyer. This role earned her a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Guest Actress in a Drama Series. In 2021, Lathan was announced as the director of the film adaptation of Angie Thomas's novel On the Come Up. The film is set to premiere at the 2022 Toronto International Film Festival. It's fascinating to witness the diverse paths each actor has taken in their careers. From intense vampire battles to Emmy-winning performances, the Blade cast has left an indelible mark on the entertainment industry. We hope you enjoyed this look back at where they started and where they are today. If you'd like to see more content like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for joining us on this cinematic adventure, and until next time, stay entertained.